Episode 3547, Footprints on Your Heart.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. It's Friday. Yay! So you got to get the dancing shoes out. Come on. We've been waiting for a break. I know for us, we're celebrating fall. I mean, the leaves are already starting to change color. What are you looking forward to? Well, today it's Confessions of an Upset Mama, Footprints on Your Heart. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Well, can I give you a little bit of a secret? I was working on the website again, fine-tuning a few things. Hopefully, within the next few weeks, we'll have some other information. And then guess what? We're going to be able to fit in. I told you we're going to be able to communicate together and we don't have to go on social media. How cool is that? I'm like, yeah, let's leave social media out there for the other world. I want to protect us and our privacy. And then on top of that, if I can actually swallow, not my tongue, but my saliva. Have you ever had those moments? I mean, come on. You're in this conversation deep, right? It's confession day with our kiddos. So let's just be real here. You have this serious conversation that's happening. Then all of a sudden you choke on your own saliva and you can't stop coughing. Yeah, I know. I hate it when that happens. Anyway, I almost did that here just a few minutes ago. I know I can edit it out, but sometimes I'm like, no, we just have got to be real. It's confession day. We just let it all hang out in a positive manner where we address things, what really matters, right? Your family within the privacy of your own four walls, they matter. They matter to you. And if not, well, you wouldn't be listening here right now. And I think we need to have these heartfelt conversations to take us to the next level, to be better, that 1% better than we were yesterday, today. And if you think about it, children leave a mark on your heart and a hole in your mind. And you're probably scratching your head. What? Yeah, it comes with much love and tough decisions. There is so much to teach in a few years that lasts a lifetime. Your children leave footprints on your heart. It's those indelible marks that shape who we are as parents. Now, sometimes we don't really want to admit that that's what's really happening. But from the moment our children come into our lives, they begin teaching us lessons that we never knew we needed to learn. It's like, oh man, hand to the forehead like, well, that was stupid. You should have known that. You're like, duh, common sense. No, but your child has to do it so then you realize, oh yeah, but I say that only if you're open to learning. A lot of times we have lessons right in front of us, but we ignore them. We don't see lessons learned. We don't even notice because we're not paying attention. We're not observant. Well, let me tell you, regardless if you're observant or not, children are going to leave a mark on your heart and a hole in your mind. They leave that impression right on the heart, like literally right on the heart, right? But how can we come around them and support them? And when we do, it requires more brain power than running the International Space Center. It really does. I mean, seriously, if you stop and think, you're like, there's no way I can get through this. That's why there's nothing called a parent's manual. If we read the parent's manual, no one would be a parent because they don't tell you all the truths of what really happens when it comes to being a parent. So how are you navigating the journey of parenthood? Because as you do it, whether you do it well or not, it's essential to strike this balance between being the parent our child needs and loving them right where they're at. This challenge is real. And it's not like we only have to deal with it once in a season like Hurricane Helene or Milton. As I'm sure you're well aware, kids' hurricanes, they come daily. Yep, those temper tantrums. And those temper tantrums, they start when they're born. They just do. You don't have to wait till the terrible twos because honestly, the terrible twos don't happen. The terrible twos start about 13, 14 months old. The terrible twos is just a lie. They like the TT, terrible twos. Yeah, no. It's all a lie. It's a sham. You have been misled. There's misinformation there. Nope, no, and no. It all starts at birth, quite frankly. And really, if we want to get real, it starts at conception for mama. Why? Because, if you've ever carried a child, men, I know you cannot at all relate to this, so don't try. I'm just being honest with you. It's confession day. Don't even try. But moms, I know you can. When they're sitting there doing that topsy-turvy and they're going one leg from one side all the way over to the other and you can see it and you just lay there going, oh, would you just please settle down? And you're like, oh no, this one's going to be a challenge. Yeah, they're literally a challenge from conception on. They just are. They are our daily hurricanes. But at the same time, your heart screams out to not punish them or discipline them. You're like, no, I just want to hold them and hug them. I don't want to see their tears. I want to make everything go away. I want to be that parent that gives them everything. Yet, what does your child really need? Have you actually stopped to think about that? Honestly, I don't think we have. Maybe you've picked up a parenting book. Maybe you've asked a few questions. But most of us don't sit down and say, okay, let's have a discussion over dinner about how we need to parent our child, our children. What does that look like? Let me ask you this. What if you could write your younger child self a letter? What would you tell yourself? Oh man, I need hugs all the time. Mommy, would you just give me hugs? I just need hugs. Oh wait, also consistency with commitment. That's really what I need. I know I don't like it. I know I'm going to throw temper tantrums, but I really need consistency with commitment. Boundaries that are enforced. Don't pretend that there's a boundary. Don't tell me that I can't have someone over and then you allow me to have someone over. Like, I need a boundary and you say I can't have someone over. Nope, doesn't happen. Oh, wait, you take away my phone? You don't give it back to me in 10 minutes because I'm crying and wailing. Maybe I need less digital and more physical. I need to get away from the TV. I need to get away from social media. I need to escape sitting here and having everything brought to me on this big, huge screen that, literally screams blue light at me. And my mind is changing. Maybe I need less digital, more physical. Maybe I need to go outside and run some. Maybe I need to go to the park. Maybe I need to go to the zoo. Maybe I need to actually have some art therapy and play with Play-Doh and color and do all the fun things I need to do that doesn't require electricity. Wait. Your presence is required. That's what I really need. What would your letter say? So much of our lives are forced into what we should or should not do based on public opinion. What about what is right for your child? And if you've had a lot of children, I'm raising my hand really high right now. I've had 5, 2 grandbabies now too. So I'm up to 7. Let's not count the dogs and the cats and all of that. I've had a lot of fur babies, a lot of baby babies, and now grandbabies. And I can tell you this right now, each child is unique and different. So if you have more than one, you need to look at each child as an individual. Don't assume that what works with one child is going to work with the next child. No, it's not fair. Because now you have to use your mind again. You wonder why, right? There's an imprint on your heart, but a hole in your mind. It's hard. You have to think. What if you led with loving the way your child needs to be loved? What would it look like? That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Love the way your child needs. And that means you have to know your child. Actually know your child and know what is required for their success, not yours. Not based on how you feel or what others say about how you parent or how you are as a parent. It's about them. Stop putting everything on Facebook or Instagram and say, hey, look at me. This is what I'm doing. I'm looking at getting back on social media only to share with what we're doing here at Create Your Now. But let me tell you, I honestly don't want to do it. I'm thinking of hiring somebody because that's how bad I don't want to do it. Yet, for some people, it's like, I cannot wait to be on Facebook and Instagram. I just want to share with the world how great of a parent I am. Look at me. Look at me over here. How about over here? Look at me. My children are the best. What if you were to actually present the good, the bad, and the ugly? What if you showed up like that, parent? Do you think you'd post as much? Probably not. Why do you think that is? Because there's going to be more bad and ugly than there is good. Because parenting's hard. And it comes with a price. And quite frankly, your kiddos come first. So why should you settle for what doesn't matter? Your children, your family matters. You've got to find that balance between your head and heart, that drop of 16 to 18 inches between the mind, your brain, and your heart. What is it? So since we're going all science today, we're talking about the International Space System and balance and all of that, how can you achieve this delicate equilibrium? What does it look like in real life to love the way your child needs? Number one, you have to embrace imperfection. You know, parenting is a journey, and it's filled with twists and turns and ups and downs and all arounds. It's a roller coaster of none other. I don't care if you ride the fastest, most awesomeness, whatever, fantabulous roller coaster in the world. I've ridden a lot of roller coasters. I can't say I've ridden like the one and only type of roller coaster, because those actually I kind of am a little bit more nervous, because if they're the one and only, why would I ride that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Have they really tested it if it's the one and only? I don't know that I would ride it, but that's for another episode. But we know, right? Life throws at us unexpected detours. So instead of striving for unattainable perfection, allow yourself to be imperfect. Now, that does not mean that you're like, well, I don't have to get any better. Nope, that's not what I'm saying. Remember, no matter what you do, your children leave footprints on your heart. No matter what you do. So when you accept your flaws and mistakes, you set an invaluable example for your child. One that emphasizes resilience, self-compassion, right? Compassion's important. We're missing that. We're missing respect in our world today. That comes from self-compassion and the beauty of imperfection. But you also can't use the whole thing as an excuse of, oh, well, I'm going to embrace imperfection. So if I don't get it right, no big deal. I don't have to try any harder because, I'm just imperfect. No, that is an excuse, my friend. We could write and stay here for hours upon that. But I know you're smarter than that, so I know you're not taking it in that manner. But I wanted to be specific because a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm going to take you for your word. That means I'm imperfect. I don't have to work any harder. No. You need to. I need to. I don't always get it right. And now that my kids are older, oh yeah, they tell me, Mom, you're not getting it right. You're doing this all wrong. I'm like, seriously, can we have this conversation differently? You've got to remember, you're going to have flaws. You're going to make mistakes. But there's also beauty in the imperfection. But remember, you also have to turn around and take those lessons learned as opportunities to serve better, to teach better. Okay? It's important. Number 2, prioritize self-care. This is an interesting one because you're like, well, love the way your child needs. How does that even come into relationship with, me and my child? Well, in this whirlwind of parenting that we get ourselves caught up in, right? When we say, oh, I'm pregnant. And then all of a sudden you're holding the baby. And next thing you know, I got to learn how to change a diaper. Then I've got to talk to them and love them and feed them. And then it just repeats itself. And then you're like, but now they're getting bigger. And now they destroy things and they get louder. And then they throw temper tantrums. And then you get my drift, right? It's easy to overlook our own needs. It's easy to say, oh, I'm just exhausted. Yet I can tell you this, nurturing your mind, body, and spirit is crucial for maintaining a strong and loving connection with your child. Why? Because you've got to remain calm in the chaos. You cannot be all over the place. You cannot be off your rocker, so to speak. Right? We're talking the International Space Center. You get it? Off your rocket. Anyway, okay. I know I won't be a comedian today, but how can you be the parent your child needs without losing your heart in the process? How can you? You got to carve out those moments of solitude, engaging in activities that bring you joy, that actually refuels your heart so you can serve better, love deeper. You can also seek support from other people around you, right? And when you prioritize self-care, it enables you to show up for your child with a full and open heart. It's like, yes. Now, I'm going to tell you this, though. It's a secret. Your heart is going to get stepped on. You're going to make mistakes. Your kids are going to flat out tell you, I don't like you, Mom. Your kids may say a few letter words that you wish they weren't using those letter words. And by the way, they're using it properly, but you wish you could put soap and then more soap in their mouth because, you don't ever want to hear that out of their mouth. you're not going to like it always. You got to have a backbone as a mama. You've got to be strong as a daddy. But the indelible mark you leave with them will be greater than the initial shock. The initial shock of, oh, you didn't just say that. Now, you can think it, don't you dare say it. Why? Because it reinforces it. Because they're going to be like, oh, it got a rise out of mom. I'm going to do it again, because they like it when that happens. You can't show your colors that way. Don't give them the secrets. I'm just saying. Now, when they have kids, you can say, see, I told you so. And now then you can tell them the secrets so you can have better grandchildren. That's when you get to share the secrets. And then you can say, hey, come on over and listen to this crazy woman called Christiane who does this stuff and opens up conversation. Because we're not having conversation about how we can love our children deeper. How can we serve them from the aspect of saying, okay, I want to love them better, but I need to have discipline too. Man, can they go hand in hand? I'm here to tell you they can. It's not easy, but it's possible. The final way is you've got to cultivate connection through communication. Effective communication forms this bedrock to any relationship, especially one between parent and child. So take the time to truly listen to your child's thoughts. Turn off whatever you're binge watching. Get off of your IG reels. Stop doing work that you should have done at work. Don't give the excuse, oh, mama still has work to do. Now, I can say guilty as charged because I work from home. So right now we're also under renovation. So my computer, literally, I really do need to just put this out on social media because maybe I would get a little bit of a sympathy card here. But literally my office is on the edge of our bar in our kitchen. And that's where I'm sitting right now. Why? Because half of my house is under construction. And I have boxes everywhere. We've had things torn up. Right now we're about ready to launch into our hardwood floors because they were damaged. And so we've got to tear all those up. And it's a process. I can tell you right now, I'm celebrating because I have plumbing throughout my entire house. Woo! And it works. Yes. And I have a bathtub. Woohoo! My grandbaby, in fact, my grandson, he's like, Grandma, will you show me the bathtub? Because our bathtub is like the bathtub in the house. Everything else is an ensuite, but it's all showers. And that's fabulous. But this bathtub like has everything. Like it's the wama jama of like awesomeness. And he cannot wait to come to grandma's now and take a bath in grandma's bathtub. Because he remembers, I mean, that bathtub when he was little was like a swimming pool to him, right? And he just turned 4. Oh my goodness. So we're celebrating his birthday. We're celebrating my son's birthday, our first son, our number 2 of 5. Happy birthday, son. I love you so much. Oh, may God bless every step that you take and every breath and the gifts that you bring the world. I do love you. I am blessed as a mama and as a grandma. But let me tell you, I've had a lot of hard lessons. And in all of that, right, when you're sitting here doing life and life comes at you, there are times that you're like, I really don't have time for this, but I really need to make time for this. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, I got to walk away from my computer. And so my daughter's on her way to moving and going out and getting her big time job. And I mean, I'm so excited for her, but at the same time, I'm kind of sad. And so she comes down. I'm like, oh, I got to stop and help her. Why? I'm in the middle of something. It's so good. Like I'm on fire. Remember, I'm in the kitchen, right? On the edge of glory, sitting at the bar. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. But what do? I know I need to go help her. I know I need to stop. Why? Because I need to listen to her. I need to help her load her vehicle. I need to be a part of her experience because this is important. And yeah, I know it's going to take me about 35 minutes to get back in the groove again and not lose my thought. I mean, I try to finish the sentence, but I'm like, oh. But what matters more? The paragraph that I wanted to write or my daughter's heart? Think about that for a minute. We think that these 6 to 12 second reels are more important than our own children standing right in front of us. What does that communicate to your child? I don't care if they're 2 weeks old or if they are 92 years old and you are blessed to be 124 years old sitting there talking to your child. I mean, how fabulous would that be? But if you're on your phone, if you're binge watching, you are missing the most important thing in your life. Remember, there is so much to teach in only a few years to last a lifetime. So by fostering that open communication and making sure it's honest and real on both sides, you want to ask that of your children and you want to be able to give it to them. You then as a parent creates a safe space where your child feels seen, heard, and valued. If you are not allowing your child to be seen, heard, and valued, I guarantee you, listen to this, if you get nothing else from this whole thing today, I promise you this, they are going to go find it somewhere else. It may be with a boyfriend or girlfriend. It could be with friends, a group of friends. And they may not be the ones you really want them hanging out with. They might start making some bad decisions. But if they're getting the attention that they so deserve, and they're not getting it from you, I promise you they're going to go get it from someone else. But when you say, you know what, you matter more than anything in this world to me, you strengthen the bond between you, leaving space for those timeless footprints on your heart. Mom, Dad, parenthood is a dance between guiding, nurturing, and learning from our children. It comes at us from all sides. It's truly about wanting to be the parents our children need while cherishing the love that they so richly deserve. No matter what you do, your children will leave footprints on your heart. So how do you want to be a living legacy to them? How are you showing up? What does your reality look like? Remember, this is Confession Day. This is for you to say, gosh, am I being the mom that I'm supposed to be? Am I really being that dad, or do I just act like it? Do I just kind of like fluff and ruffle my own feathers because, yeah, it's all about me? You better think again. You better not be treating your children as if they are, oh, check off, I got kiddos. Oh, we did this. I can say I'm a great dad because of this. Oh, check this off. Oh, I'm the best mom because I went to school and I made all these adorable cupcakes for the party. I don't even know. Can we take cupcakes to school anymore? I don't know. So many things change nowadays. But seriously, are you looking at your children and how you parent as check off, check off, check off? Because it's all about you? You want to stand up and get an Emmy for being the best parent ever? Think again. Let me tell you, your Emmy isn't going to come on TV. It's going to come in those silent moments. Usually it's tougher times, lessons learned. And there's usually some darkness around it. Very rarely is it really bright. You get a tap on your shoulder. And sometimes it's just a simple hug. And they say, thanks, Mom. And that's it. You're the best, Dad. That's why you want to be 1% better today than yesterday. Embrace those footprints. Cherish the journey and let unconditional love be the light that leaves an indelible mark on their hearts. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed weekend. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.